As a professional triathlete, like, you're always dealing with 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 little niggles is what I call them. I don't like to classify them as a full-blown injury. I think that's probably just because I live in my own little world of belief. And so those 3-5 little niggles is why I started going to Idaho Spine and Sports. And the major complaint that I had was just a little knee problem that I had had for probably 2 years or more. And, I've dealt with it, and that's why I call them niggles, because you can deal with it and you can just keep moving on. And, maybe that first mile or so of a run, I'm limping or, a little gimp a little bit. And then, you warm up and you're like, oh, it's not so bad. It's okay. And then maybe a month later, it's a little worse. But you just deal with it. But I was able to go to Idaho Spine and Sports and really flesh things out, really be able to get my body to work with itself and just work correctly and just be more in alignment. And so I don't have that first mile of gimping along anymore. And so, just making one thing in your body that's been hurting you just that little bit, that much better, it just brings more joy back into working out and being outside and everything, which is what I love and why I love this so much. And so it's brought that back for sure. As a professional triathlete, I need that relationship with someone who knows my body and can help me with, all these little things that I have happen. I know that if I have any niggle, that I can go to Idaho Spine and Sports and they can help me solve that niggle or injury and get me back on the road to health and get me back out there and performing and competing to my potential. 2 weeks before the World Championship, I got in a crash on my bike. I was going 27 miles an hour, and I wiped out on the road. And I remember just sliding across the road and like, oh shoot, what's gonna happen? I ended up getting road rash and everything, and then Idaho Spine and Sports, they said I had just a small sprain in my ankle and stuff. And so they've really helped me flesh that out and flesh it through. I was able to compete at the World Championship, and then now 5 weeks after that, I'm going back for another Ironman in Malaysia. So even though I had that little bit of sprain, I have been able to work through it and still be able to train and race through it. One of the major reasons I do physical therapy is to keep my body performing and functioning on a higher level and on a better level. I think that's more of the sports side of Idaho Spine and Sports physical therapy is, that making sure your body is functioning on a higher level, but making sure everything is supple and limber and ready to go. I've been to many, many physical therapy places, and so I've been able to see the proficiency in different people, and Idaho Spine and Sports, their proficiency of all of their employees there and their knowledge is just amazing, and it's hands down better than anyone else that I've seen. So I've really enjoyed working with Idaho Spine and Sports with their knowledge base, and everyone is so nice there. It's like your family once you walk in the door and you're able to just chat away, which I'm a chatty person.